decades' time, another parliamentary rep may come, or 20 years. And that is not the salient thing they will remember you for. And I want to describe to you, Mr. Speaker, what the people of St. Lucia will remember the member for Choiseul for. And so all of the banging and all of the noise and the clapping and so on, good for parliamentary banter. But in this COVID-19 situation, where St. Lucians are looking for a different direction and a different consensus, Mr. Speaker, let me tell you what his legacy will be. He signed a document giving close to 1,000 acres of land of the people's patrimony to one man, Mr. Speaker, to establish a horse racing facility. They say it's close to $2.5 billion worth. The documents that we laid in the parliament, which they did all kinds of things, but they cannot yet present the valid, what they say is the valid document. That document also describes the area where the stadium is, 90 acres. It also describes the whole of Sandy Beach. They came afterwards and say Sandy Beach is no longer in it. It describes all of this area. He signed the document, and then when quizzed by the press, he said he never read the document. In any other country with stringent regulations, this member could never sit in cabinet again after that, Mr. Speaker. That will be his legacy. That is what he will be remembered for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. That DSH deal, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker, on a point of order.
What will your legacy be?
Mr. Speaker, I never said I never read the document, Mr. Speaker. Honourable member, you should not mislead the House.
I think people would remember very early last year seeing myself and the Prime Minister signing the agreement with DSH. And at the time, people were wondering how we were signing an agreement so early after coming into government. I need to indicate that when we first had a rapport with the principals of DSH, when we recognized what was on the table, we felt that this was an incredible deal for the South, and we felt we should not let this thing run away, and we decided to sign a framework agreement. Obviously, there were concerns after going through the details.
The framework agreement is binding.
When we first had a rapport with the principals of DSH, when we recognized what was on the table, we felt that this was an incredible deal for the South, and we felt we should not let this thing run away, and we decided to sign a framework agreement. Obviously, there were concerns after going through the details. We decided to sign a framework agreement. Obviously, there were concerns after going through the details.
Is a framework agreement binding? It is.